Good morning, viewers. Good morning, subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian with Tarot. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, welcome to my return subscribers. Good morning, y'all, and what it do. Happy Saturday. So I'm back, you guys. I'm here to do collective readings. I won't be on here too long because your girl got a nail appointment, y'all. It's time for a new set. So let's get right into collective messages this morning. We're gonna get right into it. I'm just lighting a little Palo Santo. Good morning, Aisha. How are you, love? How was your week? How was your week, love? All right, y'all. Also, anybody who hasn't, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you're new, you've been watching me for a hot minute, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do the deck giveaways at the end of this month. As a matter of fact, let me give y'all a date. Let me give y'all a date, and moderators, please hold me to this. Aisha, please remind me because I don't want to forget. I'm going to do the deck giveaways at the end of this month. You'll have several decks to choose from, and I'm going to be ordering 2 more to add. So July 1st, the start of July. I think it's a Saturday, right? I think July 1st. Oh, I'm so sorry, love. I hope you're feeling better now. Yeah, July 1st, we're going to be doing a raffle for the deck giveaway. So if you'd like to be entered, I'm going to post in my community tab the deck giveaway, the rules to enter the deck giveaway. So if you're interested, leave your name so that I know that you're interested. You subscribe to the channel. You need to be following me on Instagram. That's all I ask. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Leave your name so I can enter your name. And comment on one of my videos. Comment on one of my collective reading videos that I've recently posted, which I will be posting the messages from your persons one today. I just haven't had time to edit the damn video, but it's recorded. I just have to edit it and post it up. I'm going to be doing what Spirit wants you to know throughout June. Hopefully this evening I'll be getting that uploaded as well. Also, shout out and thank you to anybody who's booked with me this week, anybody who's asked quick questions. On Thursdays, just so you guys know, I do a little special that I carry on to my Instagram account where I do quick questions, really quick questions, easy questions, yes or no questions, you know, like maybe like 3-card pull, 5-card pull at tops, because I don't got the time to be doing too much if someone's not booking a full-on reading, which is what I have a website for. But I do quick questions. So if you're interested in the quick questions, Thursdays are the day to book them or send your donation. Let me know. When you send it, make sure you put a note what your question is so that I know, okay, so-and-so's asking, da-da-da-da. Should I switch careers? Will this job work out for me? What's the possible outcome of da-da-da? Also, when you're asking questions of the tarot, you have to kind of ask it. You have to word it in a certain way. Because sometimes asking the tarot, will so-and-so come back around to me? It's not going to give you that kind of answer. You know what I mean? You get to see the energy around so-and-so. What are so-and-so's intentions towards me is a better way to rephrase that question, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of what other questions you would need to rephrase when it comes to the tarot. Like, people will ask certain questions like, is so-and-so seeing another person? What is so-and-so's energy towards me and our connection is a better way to rephrase that kind of question. Does that make sense? Because when you ask the tarot certain specific questions, it's not going to give you a specific answer. Is Kelly and Jeremy, are they still together? It's not going to say, yes, Kelly and Jeremy are still together. You know what I mean? When I pull the cards, Kelly and Jeremy is not in the deck. You know what I mean? So it's not going to tell you that. But you can ask, what's the energy between Kelly and Jeremy, right? Does that make sense? You have to formulate your question for the tarot in a way that's going to give you the best possible answer so that you know how to proceed intuitively. Does that make sense? Aisha, does that make sense to you? Anybody else who's watching, does that make sense to you? Because sometimes the way people ask questions when it comes to tarot, they're unsatisfied with the answer because the way that they asked the question was weird. Like, it wasn't in a way that the tarot could actually help guide you in that situation or give you the insight or the clarity that you're looking for, the confirmation that you're looking for. And that's the whole point of tarot, is to give you that guidance, that insight, if that makes sense. So just keep that in mind. If you book a session, right, you book a reading, or you ask the tarot reader a question, be sure to formulate your question in a very simple format, a very easy, simple format. What's the energy surrounding this? What is the possible outcome if I were to accept this job proposal or this job offer? What is the likelihood that I would find better employment if I were to leave this job? Does that make sense? I'm using the career ones as an example because I really love to do career readings. I love to do career readings. So if you ever want to book a career and finance reading, do it. Right, Aisha, and it really doesn't. And people sometimes, they'll get dissatisfied thinking it's the reader's fault when really it's your fault the way that you ask the question. Is so-and-so thinking about me? No. He's not. She's not. Really what they need to be asking is, how would it benefit me? What would be the possible outcome if I were to reach out to so-and-so, or if so-and-so was to reach out to me, what would be the possible result of that action, right? Because closed mouths don't get fed. 9 times out of 10, if you're asking a question about someone else, it's really not your concern, right? What someone else chooses to do with their time and their resources and their energy is really not about you. 9 times out of 10, and I'm going to say this at the risk of offending people, if you have to question where you stand with someone, you don't stand anywhere at all. You're not relevant to that person, because if you were, let's just think about this rationally and logically, correct? If you are so relevant to this person and they were so interested in you and they were so into you, they would be present. Am I lying? Tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I know people are going to get offended because they're delusional a lot of the time, especially women, when it comes to relationships and men. But if you were really that relevant to that person, and if he was really your man, he would be answering your calls and responding to your text messages, correct? Let's not get confused, okay? Only someone who's giving you the time, the attention, the affection that you deserve and you should be getting from that person is truly interested in you. So if you're questioning where you stand, you're not sure where you're standing, 9 times out of 10, you don't. And you need to reciprocate that energy and go ahead and shut that door. Just go ahead and close it, babe. It's a wrap. If you only hear from this person, they only hit you up when they're bored, they're probably seeing someone else. They only hit you up once a week, or they can go a whole week without talking to you and then call you out of nowhere. They probably got other options and they're probably not that interested. Y'all let me know if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Okay, because I have to keep it real on my channel. I have to keep it real with my clients. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear because that's what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. So in order for you to heal and move on, you have to know your worth. You have to know what you will and will not tolerate, what's acceptable to you and what's not acceptable. Here's the thing though. We can't force people to do what we want them to do. They're grown, right? You're grown. So allow people the space in the room, 1, to grow, and 2, to choose. Let them choose if they want to be with you or not. You're the prize here, okay? Keep that in mind. PSA, you are the prize. So act accordingly. If it's like you're $1 million, okay? This person has the opportunity to have an experience of a lifetime by getting that $1 million, right? But if the person doesn't want the $1 million, which is you, they can walk away from that $1 million. You see what I'm saying? So if you haven't lost anything, you have not lost anything. If anything, they're lost, right? The $1 million could have gotten them out of poverty, could have helped them raise their credit score, could have helped them get into a better neighborhood, could have helped them pay off some debts. The $1 million could have taken them so many places if they decided to accept the $1 million. But for some people, they like the idea of having $1 million, but then they get the $1 million and they don't know what to do with it. You are the $1 million, okay? I'm using this analogy. You are the $1 million, okay? You're the $1 million prize. Some people will have that $1 million and waste it. They'll waste it. They'll take it for granted. They will use it up. They'll use it up, okay? Listen to the analogy very carefully. Just because somebody has a good thing in front of them doesn't mean that they know how to value what's put in front of them. So it's our responsibility to know your own worth, to know your value. Just because they choose not to use that $1,000,000 wisely, or they choose to walk away from it, that doesn't depreciate the value of the $1,000,000. The $1,000,000 is still valuable. The $1,000,000 can still get things accomplished that they can't get accomplished on their own. The $1,000,000 still is valid. You see what I'm saying? So allow people to choose what they rather do. Allow people to say, you know what, I really don't want $1,000,000. I'll take 200. They thinking they finna go out and get something better. They're getting 200 versus 1,000,000. Make it make sense. But if that's what they want to do, you know what I'm saying, that's on them. I mean, everybody doesn't want $1,000,000. That's fine. But let people choose. Don't try to push your expectations on another person. Let people decide for themselves if they want to be a part of your life, because that's a privilege. That's a privilege. If you allow that person into your life on an intimate level, that's a privilege. Let them choose whether they want to be a part of your life or they want to do something different. They can always choose what they want to do. That's on them. But you gave them the option. Also, keep in mind, you have the option of not allowing somebody access to the $1,000,000. You have that option. Like, I'm good on that. This is not going to work. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, if I were to go back to doing tarot classes, if you'd sign up, because I used to do them before, and not a lot of people will watch the videos, and I'm not going to record if it's not going to be watched. Just saying. Or I could just have a live class instead of doing recordings. I could have a live class, like 15 minutes, where we're discussing tarot. 10 minutes, 10-minute class, 15-minute class, where we're talking about tarot, the major and minor arcana, how to interpret the cards, tapping into your own intuition and things of that nature. We can have a series of classes if anybody's interested in that. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Caution, bad intentions. So Spirit's giving a warning, okay? And today is Protection Day. It's Saturday, ruled by the planet Saturn, right? Yeah, a live class. I agree, Aisha. I would love to do a live class. I think I'll do it on Instagram and see how many people I get on there. And if I get them on Instagram, then I might switch to YouTube and do it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But it's just like, I don't know. On YouTube, I feel like a lot of people are just here to read. Like, they want, gosh, it's like 4 years ago. It's going on 4 years ago. But I watched a lot of tarot before I started to learn how to do it. And then I just started doing readings for people. And then I just kept doing readings for people when I started my YouTube channel. I didn't even think it was going to grow. And it kept growing. I had 500, before I knew it, I had 500 subscribers. It went to 1,000. Next thing I know, I got up to 2K. And that's where I'm at now. I'm a little under 2K now because I haven't been as consistent as I should be with everything going on in my life. But that's what I'm working on now, is picking back up with my consistency with my collective readings, because I've gotten burnt out on doing zodiac sign readings, because I feel like everybody and their mama on YouTube are posting zodiac readings all the time. So if you want to know what's going on with your sign, there's hundreds of tarot readers, because now tarot for some reason is now it's a whole for a lot of people it's just a fad, and it's not really truly something that they enjoy doing and that they're really gifted at doing. Everybody doesn't have the gift of interpreting tarot. Anybody can read it, but not everybody is gifted, if that makes sense. Everybody honestly should not be reading tarot, but a lot of people do it because, one, they get money out of it. They see it as a quick way to get money. Two, a lot of people do it because it gives them attention. Some people are attention whores, and they love being on social media. They love showing their face. They love getting the attention of thousands of people. So they just make shit up as they go. They're not really reading the tarot. They're creating dramatic stories in their head and then telling their audience, oh, this is what's going on. And it's further from the truth. Which is why a lot of people are like, oh, it's for entertainment purposes, because that's what they're telling people. Oh, so-and-so, the karmic has left the divine masculine, and the divine masculine is going to be coming back give him about a week or so, and then they'll be back with another tarot reading saying the divine masculine. Now he's gotten the karmic pregnant, and they're not leaving each other. It's like soap opera. But I started learning tarot about 4 years ago. We got summertime. Begin to explore. Okay, so this is the message, you guys, collectively. Summertime and begin to explore. So Spirit's saying during this summertime season, begin to explore. It's time to be outside, babe. It's time to be outside doing you, having a great time, enjoying the summertime, basking in your abundance. But Spirit says to be careful. And it's so funny that this message came up because I had the Three of Cups, I think the other day when I did the pick a card reading for the collective on my Instagram account. So if you're not following me there, hashtag Aquarian Impostero. But the Three of Cups can be a form of escapism where people are trying to escape their reality through drinking, through drugs, through sex, through whatever it is. So be careful of overindulging. Be careful of people who don't have discipline when it comes to certain things, when it comes to, you know, drinking alcohol or smoking or whatever it is. There's no sexual discipline. There's not, like, you have to be careful because not everybody has the same type of self-control that you may or may not have. You could be the person who lacks self-control, and that's something you need to work on. Before you get yourself, check yourself before you wreck yourself is what Spirit says. But begin to explore. Like if you've been waiting for a new opportunity, whether that be in your career opportunity, whether that be in your love life, or even moving and relocating, or even starting your own business or your spiritual journey, Spirit says begin to explore. I'm always, being an air sign, we are of intellect. I am always going to be an advocate for your education, number one. Number two, your success. And number three, your freedom of speech, your freedom of thinking, not allowing yourself to conform to what someone else's idea of life is for them, because we're all different people. So what works for one person may not work for someone else. Also, I feel like, me personally, this is just my opinion, I feel like there's a little bit of truth in everything. So before you throw the baby out with the bathwater, do your research. I'm always a big advocate of doing your research. Learn more, study more, get in classes, enroll in extracurricular courses, do things that you can do to further your knowledge on a given topic, on a given thing. If you're interested in gardening, find out all there is to know about gardening. I think they call it horticulture. Something like that, where it's like plants and flowers, horticulture. I could be wrong, y'all let me know. I think that's a technical name for it. But like, if that's a thing, for example, I've been learning about flowers, and I want to get jasmine because I have hibiscus. I want to get jasmine and gardenia and magnolias and all that good stuff. Anywho, learn as much as you can. If you want to learn how to read tarot, books are a great way to start. Books are a great way to start. Learn as much as you can because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Good morning, Divine Boo. Knowledge is power. You know, the more you know, the more you can grow, because it's like, once you've been informed and you have the information, it's almost like the information and the knowledge that we have is like a tool to help you be able to make better choices in life, to make better decisions in life. That could even be with your budgeting, your credit, getting, you know what I mean, like getting your finances in order. Also, here's another tip I would say as an air sign, because we're very intellectual people. Learn from the people around you. That's one of the things that has helped me. It's okay, boo. Take your time. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But yeah, learn from other people. Like, I try to learn from the people in my life, my friends, my family. Like, if I see that someone is being successful in a particular area and that's one of my weak points, I want to be able to ask that person for guidance, or how are you, how are you able to do that? What are some tips you can share with me so that I can become stronger in those areas, because maybe that's my weak spot. And also, there's a thing too in life where you have to be humble enough to admit where your weaknesses are. You know what I mean? Like, if you know that you're not good with budgeting, Talk to people around you who are good with budgeting their money, who are good with keeping their credit, raising their credit score. Like, see how you can do better so that you can get to where you want to be. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I only use a certain amount, or I only do this, or I pay my bills on time, or I always have extra money set aside, or I have dates set aside where I pay each bill on thus and such date. Like, take notes. Take notes of people who are successful. They run a successful business. How do you do it? I keep spreadsheets. I keep track of all of my receipts. I have a business account for business expenses. Like, you have to be able to learn from people who are successful. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with people who are successful, people who are actually doing it. For me personally, it's hard to take advice from somebody who's not even actually where I want to be. If I know that my goal is to have a successful career, but then I'm looking up to someone who has a mediocre job, they're not where they want to be in life, like, that's not going to help me get to where I need to be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just using that as an example. I don't know anybody like that in real life. But like, people that I aspire to be like, I have people around me that I can learn things from, like how to set better boundaries, how to be able to say no and not feel guilty about it, like how to be more selfish in a sense that I'm always being the giver in situations where I honestly should not be giving. Everybody is not worth giving your time, energy, and resources to. So those are things that I can learn from other people. That's even like, I'm surrounded by Tauruses, and I love that for me because they're very grounded people. They're very practical people. They're also very frugal. Sometimes Taurus can be a little bit of a tightwad, but typically Tauruses are very grounded people. So the Tauruses in my life, I take that energy and I take that information. They're also very wise people, and I try to learn from that. Then I have my water signs. Cancer. My dearly beloved bestie is a Cancer. And what I've learned from her is self-care is important. It's important to take care of you just as much as you take care of everyone else. Because, Cancers are they're like the motherly, fatherly figures of the zodiac. They care for everyone. But at the same time, one thing about Cancer is they're going to care for themselves. Air signs. What I learned about air signs is knowledge is power. The information that you hold, the information that you know, the information that you gain from other people, other resources, you use that as your superpower. And communication is also one of those strong suits of the air signs. Communicate and articulate what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Also, from the air signs, what I love about us is our ability to detach from situations. I'm not that attached to a person that I can't detach from them. It's okay for me to be like, nah, this ain't working, bye. Like, one thing about an air sign, when we're done, we're done. We're not gonna keep doing this. It's too much back and forth. We just won't deal with it. We just won't deal with it. But we're very good at communication. And that's the thing with air signs. Like, we're good at, yes, Cancer. And I feel like Pisces are like that too. Pisces and Cancer tend to be the two water signs that are very much deeply into self-care. I don't know so much about Scorpio. I don't really know, as far as, I do know Scorpios because I have a lot of Scorpios in my family, but it's mostly masculine Scorpios. Female Scorpios, I don't know as much if they're into self-care as much. I would feel like Scorpio would be because they're a water sign. But that's one thing that I've learned from water sign women is to make sure that you take very good care of yourself, your hygiene, your physical appearance, how you smell, all of those things. Like, make sure you feel great, because when you feel great, you give off that energy to the people who come into contact with you. It's a pleasant experience, right? And then there's my wonderful fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. They are the baddies. They're the baddies in the zodiac because they get shit done. One thing about Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius women, they're going to kick ass. If there's something that they're going to get done, which is, I think that's one of the reasons why people a lot of times will mistake Leos for being overly confident or arrogant. But I think Leos really are about that life. Like, if they have something or a goal that they're trying to achieve, they're going to get it done. They're going to see it through. Same with Aries. They typically have, fire sign placements typically have a very leadership, a very dominant type of, they have a very dominant type of energy about them. They're very goal driven. They're very like powerhouse energy. Like they're coming in and they're getting it done. They're coming in and they're telling people what to do and how to do it. And if you don't do it, get out the way so I can do it type of energy. That's the fire sign energy. That's one thing I've learned about fire signs. They not finna wait on nobody. And they come in with all the smoke. Fire signs are coming with all the smoke. You want a bestie on your side that's gonna fight with you? Get a fire sign. Fire signs are finna pull up. They finna pull up. Because they stay ready. They stay ready to go. They stay ready to get it done. There's no patience with fire signs. They don't have time to play. They don't got time to go back and forth. What I've learned from fire signs is they have no problem standing up for themselves. Fire signs are the people that will cuss you out. They will drag your ass. And they will beat your ass. That's fire sign energy. If you got Leo in your chart, Aries in your chart, Sagittarius in your chart, baby. So I learned a little bit of something from all the zodiac signs. Like I was telling you guys with Taurus, I'm surrounded. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Virgos are very intellectual people too. Virgos are very intuitive people as well. They peep game. But Virgos are also very much not going to settle like Taurus and Capricorn. Capricorns are workaholics. They also give me that we're going to get shit done type of energy. Like Capricorns are like they're bosses. Like let's go. Organization, Virgo, the same thing. Organization. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Fire sign energy is very much, let's get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to see it through. And sometimes as an air sign, I need that push. Like I need somebody to be like, okay, make sure you're doing this. Because sometimes I just be like, I don't really want to do it. But the fire sign be like, no, we're going. We are going. We're doing it. So, and I have a lot of Sagittarius placements too, Aisha. I have like 3. My Mars is in Aries. And then I have like 3 Sagittarius placements. So I'm very, very much passionate about the things that, like my goals or things that I'm working towards. So there's that. But then there's the air side of me that's like, you know, I really don't. When I'm in my, I don't give, well, like, if we really don't give a fuck, we just really don't. So there's that. But I'm just like, you know. You can take great things from all the zodiac signs. That's true, Divine. That's very true. A lot of times they do things impulsively, and I think that's why it's great for them to be paired with someone who's stable. With fire signs, they have to have that balance just like us air signs do. They have to be paired with somebody like an earth sign or, yeah, an earth sign or even an air sign, because a lot of times we think logically. I find that fire signs sometimes are very emotional. Like Leo women, I find that they're very emotional a lot of times. And Aries too. I find they're very emotional, and I think that's why they do things like reactively instead of impulsively, instead of thinking it through. They're not thinking it through. As an air sign, I'm gonna think about it and I'm gonna be like, I don't know if this really gonna work for me. Like, yes. I don't know if this really gonna work for me because it just don't make sense. As an air sign, and y'all tell me, let me know if y'all had this experience, but as an air sign, as a fellow air sign, being an Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, we're going to think about it, and we're going to be like, that don't make sense. If it doesn't make sense to us, we're not going to do it. It's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. I feel like earth signs are low-key the same way, too, though. Like, they're like, if for, like, a Taurus or Virgo, like, if it doesn't make sense and it doesn't add up, they're like, this is BS. It's gonna be a no. It's gonna be a no. Like, no. But you know, fire signs, a lot of times they will hop into situations and then they'll think about the consequences after the fact. And it's like, Aries, why? Why are we here, Aries? Yeah. Yes. I totally agree. Leos are very emotional. They're very emotional. I don't know about Leo men per se. I've never really dealt with Leo men like that, but I know the women are. They're very emotional. Yeah, and Sagittarius are too, behind closed doors. Sagittarius comes off as very cool and collected, but really they're emotional. Like, deep down, they're very emotional. I totally agree with it. Same thing with air signs. Yes. Yes. No lies are told. No lies were told. Virgo is also very emotional. And this is so funny. We're having this conversation because I was telling somebody not too long ago. I was like, I feel like Virgos should have been a water sign. I really feel like Virgos should have been a water sign because Virgos would be all up in their feelings. Virgos would be all in their feelings. And I'm like, Virgo. Let it go, Virgo. Let it go. Virgo not gonna let it go. And Virgos will hold grudges. Virgos will hold grudges worse than a Scorpio sometimes. I'm like, damn, Virgo. Are we not gonna let it go? Virgo's not letting it go. Virgo's not letting it go. Virgo is like, yeah, they give me Scorpio vibes. Virgo very much gives me, like, they will cry, they will have a fit, they'll be upset, and I'm like, Virgo. Just be all in the feelings. Just be all in the feelings. I'm like, why are you all in your feelings, Virgo? But I tell you though, us air signs, we can get in our feelings too. A lot of people be thinking that just because, you know, like my son is an Aquarius, like I can't be emotional. Bitch, please. My moon is in Scorpio. Like, yes, they really do. They really do. That's why them and Taurus typically, Virgo and Taurus typically, they're usually a tag team. They're usually a tag team because, you know, Taurus is a fixed sign and they're besties. Usually Virgo and Taurus are besties because their attitudes are very much alike. They're picky as fuck. They are emotional. Taurus is low-key emotional too. Don't let them fool you. Taurus can be very emotional. Like they love to be comfortable and they also love to go where the money is. That's earth sign energy, period. They just, that's how they do. Very set in their ways. Yes, very much set in their ways. Virgo set in their ways. Capricorn set in their ways. Taurus is set in their ways. Very much set in their ways. It's funny. Me and my sister, who's a Taurus, we were having this conversation this morning. I was like, because I was telling her as a fixed sign, because Aquarius is a fixed sign as well. I don't ever want to be in a job where I have to work rotating shifts. Because my sister, she works rotating shifts, and I'm like, I can never. But I was like, that's the thing about fixed signs. Like, if we have a particular thing in our mind that makes sense to us, we're not budging. And that she literally admitted to me this morning, she was like, I don't like change. I was like, but you are a Taurus. Let's keep that in mind. And I said, but I don't really like change either. We're both fixed signs. We're both fixed signs. I was like, I don't think I could ever work a night, like an overnight shift. I don't think I could do it. I'm going to tell you no, because I don't want to lose the comfortability and the flexibility of having my sleep. My sleep is top priority to me. Like, I really don't care about anything else. Like, if I can't go to bed at night, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. It's giving very much fixed sign. And I was like, I don't like changes like that. I don't like changes in my routine. I don't like changes in my schedule. If I have to, I will do it, but it pisses me off to have to throw off my sleep schedule for other things going on. It is so annoying to me. So annoying. And how we got into this conversation about the signs, I don't know. But y'all let me know if it resonates. Happy changes ahead, y'all. Right. That's what she said. That's what my sister said, the Taurus. She was like, it's not that we don't like change. It's like we want to be in control of how the change happens. And I'm like, that part. That part within 9 months. So within the next 9 months, you guys are going to see a lot of positive changes, you guys. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Positive changes are on the way, babes. Positive changes are on the way. They're on the way. And I love that for y'all. I really do. Because, where's my tarot deck, y'all? We need good news. We need positive news. We need blessings. We need all the great things. What am I the tarot at? Anywho. Exactly, Aisha. Exactly. Yeah, Taurus is very much like they're not gonna do anything that they don't want to do. It's very much Taurus at their finest. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for this coming up week? In regards to anything they need to know, Spirit, love, finances, career, spiritual growth. Ooh, 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. I actually love this for y'all because the 6 of Swords is about moving into a more peaceful energy. It's about moving forward, not worrying and concerning yourself about the past. What happened in the past stays in the past. Okay, we're not dragging that old energy. We're not dragging exes along with us. We're moving forward and we're moving on, is what I heard. Spirit said it's time to move on. It's time to move on. You know, there's an old song that came to my mind, and I don't know the name of this song, but it's like, we're moving on, keeping strong. Don't you let them say you're wrong. It's a groove thing. I don't know who sings the song, but it's so old. It's a very old song. But moving on. Moving on is what I heard. Like, whatever didn't work out, you know, this past retrograde, because it was real raggedy. Whatever didn't work out, whoever fell off, whatever job let you go, whatever job you let go, persons you let go, family members you're not talking to, Spirit says move on. Move on and move around. Move on and move around, because if it was meant to be, it'd still be here. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, moving on, because you guys already have a lot on your plate. You don't need to be concerned about what didn't work out and who's not treating you right and who's not here. Worry about here and now. What's on your plate right now? Some of you guys need to make some choices. You guys have been thinking about it. You're kind of teetering, tottering, going back and forth with that 2 of Pentacles. See how he's juggling and he's like, can you juggle? Spirit said, can you juggle? Are you able to do 2 things at once? Are you able to walk and chew bubblegum? You know what I'm saying? The person you're dealing with, are they able to juggle? Can they juggle? Can they handle being a parent, and can they also handle being in a relationship? Like, you know, those are things to consider. Moving on, right? People will tell you all day long with their mouth that they are interested in you and that they really want to be with you and that they love you, but actions speak louder than words. Can you juggle? If you really love me, then you should be communicating with me on a consistent basis. I shouldn't have to beg you. I shouldn't have to chase you, right? Because you should be able to work and chew gum. You should be able to work and send a text. You should be able to work and make a phone call on a break, right? Don't let people give you excuses. People do what they want to do. People do what they want to do. If you really want something, you will figure out a way to get it done. Period. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Some of y'all may be in a situation where you have to separate yourself from a person who constantly is committed to misunderstanding you. 5 of Swords, it's mind games. It's mind fuckery. That's my 5 of Swords card. Some people are very committed to misunderstanding you. Everything that you say, they want to flip it around and turn it into something that it's not. They are hell-bent on doing things their way. Let them go. Let them have it. If it means letting them have the last word, let them have it. They feel like they've won, but really the thing about karma is that it always comes back to bite you. It always comes back to bite you. Always. They didn't get away with anything. The Sun. The Sun card is here. We are in the summertime. This is also Leo energy. You could be dealing with a Leo or have Leo placements. But also the Sun is about illumination. Things that were not clear. Spirit's just letting you guys know that coming up this week, there will be some clarity, some light shed on some things that you maybe weren't clear on before. It could be benefits with your job. So if you've been waiting on getting insurance benefits or anything like that, you may be a pay increase, moving in a different department. I feel like you're going to be hearing great news. The Sun in Tarot is a yes. It's a yes. It's a yes. Also be aware of challenges this week with that 5 of Swords. Somebody wanting to play games. Somebody wanting to play games, and I feel like this could be in a workplace situation or it could be in a relationship. But be mindful. Don't let somebody else steal your joy either with the sun. You know what I mean? Don't let somebody else steal your joy because they want to play games and they want to go back and forth, right? The Six of Cups was on the bottom of the deck, and that tells me some of you guys might have somebody from your past reaching out, but the person is a narcissist. Leave them where they are. It's better to go no contact. With that Five of Swords, if you've been no contact with someone, specifically in Aries in your recent past, the person is low-key narcissistic and they need to be blocked. Period. The Emperor is here, which this is why I said Aries. There could be a divine masculine from your past who may try to reach back out to you. Like I said, the person is narcissistic, very self-centered, very conceited and arrogant. The person needs to be kept blocked because they're not going to change. He's sitting on his throne and doing exactly what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, when he wants to do it. And that's how he believes the world revolves around him. Not so. The Emperor in his reverse energy is very much negative and very much a tyrant. He wants to go through, conquer, divide, and control. Positive energy. Going into this week, you step into your divine empress energy where you call the shots. You get to decide what works for you and what does not. You're in control of your life, and only you can get things keep things in balance. And if it's not balanced, it's gotta go. Five of Swords, it's gotta go. If it's not balanced, and if it's wild, out of control, you're confused, you're unsure. That's what this two of Pentacles means to me. Uncertain, going back and forth mentally, not really sure where you stand, what's going on with this person. Go ahead and move around. Six of Swords. Go ahead and move around, because a lot of times people's intentions are not what they say they are. You have to watch and observe their actions. How are they moving? How are they moving? That's the question to keep in mind this week. How are they moving? Clear communication, clarity coming through. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. The Ace of Swords is about clear, consistent communication coming through. You might be getting a message. It could be from a supervisor. It could be from a family member. It could be from a friend. Clear communication, moving forward. From somebody that you're not talking to. Two of Swords. Somebody that you may have cut off. This person may be trying to reach out to you to clearly communicate, you know, how they feel. They may feel hurt. Like I said, you guys may have broken up. You may no longer be friends. Could be a Leo. Could be an Aries. I feel like it could be a fire sign for some of you guys. They may try to reach out to you. This person may be hurt because they thought you were going to reach out to them. No, ma'am. No, sir. We don't do that. If they're the ones that are in the wrong and they're the ones that need to fix some things and hold themselves accountable, then let them do that. There's no sense in chasing. Queen of Swords. Just be careful. Be aware of this person when they do reach out, to make sure that you let them know very clearly why you're not reaching out to them, why you no longer have contact, what the problem is, and how they can fix it. If they want to fix it, if you want to work it out, it's up to you, babe. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Queen of Swords, big air energy. Speak your mind. Speak how you're feeling, right? Because I'm pretty sure it hurts you just as much as it hurts them with this Three of Swords. It probably hurts you to go no contact because you really had a lot of love for this person. You really were committed to the process. But stand your ground, Spirit said, with the Strength card here. Stand your ground. Don't let somebody, you know, try to finagle their way back into your life without some type of a reconciliation, a sincere apology. But that again, it's action based. People can say they're sorry all day long, but then when it comes to changing their behavior, right? Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. What are they showing you? Not just what they're saying. If they're showing up as a Page of Pentacles, beware, because this is very much immature energy. They may offer an apology, but what else are they doing to back it up? Right? And I feel like you may be getting this apology because this person is really going through it and they've come to a realization. It's the Tower moment is a come to Jesus moment. Yes, ma'am. It's I realize that I'm an ass. I realize that I have problems that I need to work on. I probably need to be in therapy. Should be. I probably need to be on medication for some of them. I probably need to deal with my childhood traumas and past relationship traumas and heal. And I need to stop creating a trail of tears, going from person to person, creating chaos. The Tower moment is a realization. that their pride and ego has gotten in the way of all their healthy relationships. So out of nowhere, now they're wanting to come back to you. Knight of Swords, they're wanting to reach out. They wanted to rekindle the friendship, relationship. Yeah, Ace of Cups. They're all in their feelings now. Ace of Cups. Because, you know, aces are new beginnings, babe. And it's filled with emotions. This person may call you, hit you up, text you, and be like, well, you know, I've really been going through it, and da-da-da, you don't know what I had going on, and da-da-da, and this is why you haven't heard from me, and da-da-da-da, trying to explain everything. It's up to you. Page of Wands, it's up to you. Whether you just want to be left alone, unbothered, and doing your own little thing, Page of Wands, or not. It's up to you. But just know that some of y'all might have some people reaching out this coming up week out of nowhere. Talking about somebody want to talk to you, and they've been going through a lot, and they've been thinking about things. Y'all have your own things to deal with. Y'all have enough on your plates. If it's not changed behavior, it doesn't matter. If it's not changed behavior, it don't matter. It don't matter. Anywho, y'all. Those have been the collective messages for this coming up week. All right. Y'all have a great, wonderful weekend. I'm going to hop out of here. And until the next live stream, peace out. Love y'all.